In the heart of the turbulent Caucasus Mountains, Khamzat Chimaev was born in 1994 in Chechnya, at a time when war was a part of everyday life. His childhood was filled with hardships, living amid the sounds of explosions and a constant fear of the unknown. From an early age, he found refuge in sports, which offered him an escape from the harsh reality. He began accompanying his older brother to wrestling classes, and in those modest local halls, his natural talent became clearly evident. Wrestling was not just a hobby for him. It was a way to overcome suffering and build a strong character capable of facing life. In that harsh environment, his determination was forged, and the traits of the wolf, who would later achieve glory, began to take shape gradually. As difficulties in Chechnya intensified, Khamzat's family decided to seek a safer life, and migrating to Sweden marked a new chapter in his life. He was around 18 years old when he arrived, facing entirely different challenges: a language he didn't know, a foreign culture, and a reality where he had to start from scratch. Despite all this, he did not allow despair to take hold of his heart. He joined training at local clubs, continuing to refine his skills in wrestling and martial arts. Thanks to his strong determination and fighting spirit, he quickly began to attract attention. It was clear that this young man from a land of war carried a big dream within him, and Sweden would become the launching pad to a level of international recognition that no one could have imagined at that time. In local tournaments in Sweden, Khamzat Chimaev quickly proved that he was not just a young immigrant seeking an opportunity, but an exceptional fighter with unique abilities. His physical strength, speed, and relentless spirit made him a terrifying opponent for anyone who faced him. He blended precise wrestling with powerful strikes that left his opponents with no chance to respond. Win after win, his name began to circulate strongly among coaches and fans, and soon everyone was talking about the fighter who mercilessly dominated his opponents. It was clear that his ambition extended beyond local competitions, and his eyes were set on the biggest stage in mixed martial arts, the UFC. Here, his big dream began to approach becoming a tangible reality. In 2020, Khamzat Chimaev entered the UFC and immediately captured the spotlight like no one before him. Within just 10 days, he fought 2 consecutive matches and won both effortlessly, then added a third victory that confirmed he was not just a passing fighter. His aggressive style and complete control over his opponents made him the talk of the press, fans, and even veteran fighters. He didn't need years to make his name. Just a few days were enough to establish the Wolf as one of the rising stars in the world of mixed martial arts. With every victory, he solidified his image as a fearsome fighter who shows no mercy and as a future world champion in the making. After a series of impressive victories, Khamzat Chimaev faced the greatest challenge of his career. In 2021, he contracted COVID-19, but his condition was far from ordinary as he suffered severe complications, including lung bleeding. Suddenly, he found himself away from the cage, fighting illness instead of opponents. In a moment of vulnerability, he announced his retirement on social media, shocking his fans and leading many to believe his journey had ended. However, the spirit of the wolf would not allow him to give up. With the support of his family and encouragement from the head of Chechnya, Ramzan Kadyrov, he began treatment and gradually regained his health. This painful period revealed to the world that his true strength lay in his iron will, not just his body. After overcoming illness, Khamzat Chimaev returned to the cage with renewed spirit, determined to prove to the world that the wolf does not die easily. He engaged in fierce fights and achieved consecutive victories, showing that his ferocity inside the octagon remained intact. His style remained unchanged, combining strong wrestling with decisive strikes that could end his opponents quickly. His fans grew even more attached to him, and his opponents became more cautious when facing him. With every fight, his image as a formidable fighter strengthened, turning his return into an inspiring story of resilience and determination, proving that the wolf always rises no matter how many times he falls.
Khamzat Chimaev's story is not just a sporting journey inside the cage. It is the tale of a man who defied adversity from his childhood in Chechnya, continued to fight after migrating to Sweden, and quickly rose to the pinnacle of the UFC. He faced illness and hardships, yet proved that sheer determination can bring a fighter back to the arena regardless of the obstacles. Today, the wolf stands before an uncertain future, torn between the ambition to return stronger and the health challenges that may hinder his career. Regardless of the outcome, Khamzat Chimaev's name remains a symbol of courage and perseverance, and his story will continue to inspire mixed martial arts fans around the world.
Here we come to the end of our story with the fighter Khamzat Chimaev, the wolf who inspired the world with his determination and strength. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to support us by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of our new content. We'll meet again in more thrilling stories. Take care.